What's something that happened at a hospital you'll never forget? I was 24, broke, and praying my little brother wouldn't die. He'd gotten hit crossing the street by our apartment, and the car didn't even stop, just took off. I got the call from my mom while I was at my third job, slicing deli meat at some gas station that sold more scratch-offs than sandwiches. I don't even remember how I got to the hospital. Just remember running in still wearing that stupid plastic apron. He was already in surgery, skull fracture, broken ribs, collapsed lung. The doctor's face was tight, professional, but I could see it in his eyes. He didn't think my brother was gonna make it. Mom was holding his shoes like that would bring him back. She didn't cry. She just kept repeating his name like a prayer. Kareem, Kareem, Kareem. The waiting room smelled like bleach and despair. I sat there all night, watching the vending machine lights blink. I didn't move, couldn't. My legs were shaking even when I was sitting still. Around 5 a.m., a nurse came out and said we could see him. He was unconscious, hooked up to more tubes than I could count. Machines breathing for him. His face was swollen, lips cracked, head bandaged like a cartoon character after a fight. I held his hand and whispered, "You ain't allowed to leave, dumbass." 3 days passed, no change. Then on the 4th, some guy in a suit shows up, says he's from insurance. My brother was on my mom's Medicaid, but she's got limited English, so I step in. The guy starts asking all these questions real casual, but there's this undertone, like he's fishing. How fast do you believe the vehicle was going? We don't know. He was walking. He doesn't drive. Was your brother under the influence of anything? I just blinked. He's 17. The guy shrugs, like kids these days. I realize pretty quick, they're trying to avoid paying, trying to pin this on us. He says something about contributory negligence, and I say, he was in the fucking crosswalk, man. He smiles like it's out of his hands. I go downstairs to breathe and see the security guard on break. Older guy, maybe in his 50s. I just sit next to him and say, "You ever feel like the world is stacked?" He nods, doesn't say anything, just pulls out a cigarette and offers it to me. I don't smoke, but I take it. The next morning, a doctor comes in with a clipboard, rattling off meds and procedures. Says we have to sign off on some things insurance won't cover. How much? He avoids the number. I push. Turns out it's over $80,000. I laugh, literally laugh, out loud. Mom doesn't understand, just watches my face. I look at Kareem, still unconscious, and think about how I have $83.17 in my bank account. Later, I call the police to check the hit and run report. The woman on the phone says there's no traffic cam footage and no eyewitnesses. I ask if they're even investigating, and she just says, "It's active. Active my ass." I get desperate. I go on Facebook, post a picture of my brother in the hospital bed. If anyone saw anything on 5th and Jefferson around 9 p.m. Tuesday, please message me. I tag everyone. DM every kid from his school. 2 days later, a girl messages me. Says her uncle lives in the building right there and he has a Ring camera facing the street. He didn't see the crash, but he heard it. You can hear the screech, the thud, and the plates rattling as the car speeds off. Then there's a shadow of the car just before it turns. It's a dark red Dodge Charger. I bring it to the cops. They say they'll review it. Nothing happens. A week later, I go to pick up Kareem's meds from the pharmacy. I'm in line, dead-eyed, brain fried. The guy in front of me is arguing with the cashier about some script being out of stock. Says something like, "I gotta get back to my car. My Charger's parked in a tow zone." He says it loud, braggy. I look outside and there it is. Same dents, same busted left taillight, red Dodge Charger. He walks out. I follow. He gets in the car and I snap a photo of his plates. Then I walk straight back inside and call the detective. They ask where I am. I tell them. The guy's still there smoking out the window like he's got all the time in the world. Cops show up 15 minutes later. I'm standing across the street watching from behind a bus stop. They cuff him. One of them looks around, confused, and spots me. "You the one who called?" I nod. They nod back. And right then, my phone rings. It's the hospital. Kareem just woke up.